Oh, welcome into the Rush Center here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It is state semifinal Friday night here in Green Bay. Connor Boyce along with Jonathan Sippis here for the little De Pere Redbirds and Kettle Moraine Lasers.
Yeah, looking forward, obviously. You know, the Division I teams are loaded, and we're talking about you start the year with 845 teams across all divisions. You get it down to 20, and already we have 8 that will advance and 4 left to determine the last 2 spots, the first of which will go to the winner of this game. So exciting to be able to do a radio broadcast here for you, as Gary Whipperman talked about in the first game. Probably the best way to do it is take that TV feed of the WIA. You can turn the sound down. No offense to their announcers if you want to listen to, but two people that have had several of the Kettle Moraine and De Pere games throughout the season, and we can give you our best efforts to help paint the story of the game tonight.
Well, you talk about turning the sound down and listening to us. I'm making my way up here to the Crow's Nest. Going to call it the Bird's Nest in honor of De Pere, since they are sponsoring this audio-only broadcast to you tonight. But a couple of people say, you guys have no video, right? I said, nope. Well, but audio, I said, good. We like listening to you guys instead. So we at least know there'll be a couple here in the Resh trying to listen to us. But it's filling in nicely on the De Pere side. Here that the Kettle Moraine bus was running behind a little bit, so they might pick up some fans a little bit into the game. But we're just over 11 minutes away from National Anthem starting lineups. Of course, we can't bring those smiling faces to you that you've come to know and love with W7, but we'll do our best here from up in the Bird's Nest. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple sponsors. You're watching W7, presented by
WIAA Girls Playoff Basketball on W7 is brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Visit jollygoodsoda.com to find it in your area. The Hupkey Team, recognized as the #1 team in Wisconsin by Coldwell Banker. You'll not find better representation than the Hupkey Team. Visit www.jenniferhupkey.com. JVB Financial Advisor. From insurance to investment solutions. Visit www.jvbfinancial.net and get in touch with Jay. The Walbeck Group, named the best place to work by the Milwaukee Business Journal, and hiring for a wide variety of trades and professional positions. Visit walbeckgroup.com/careers to apply.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Back here at the Resh, just under 10 minutes to go before National Anthem starting lineups. Jump right into a little pregame. Talk about the #1 overall seed in the Division I tournament, the Kettle Moraine Lasers.
Yeah, you know, Kettle Moraine coming in the last regular season ranking as second in Division I behind Hortonville, but with Hortonville being knocked out by Neenah, they grabbed the #1 seed overall, enter the game 25-3, 15-1, and captured the Classic 8 championship this year. Only 3 losses on the season. Back in December, they lost to Division II state finalist Green Bay Notre Dame, 71-55. And then only conference loss was February 1st to Waukesha West, 50-43. The other loss, non-conference loss to New Berlin Eisenhower at the buzzer, 55-53. So again, their first state tournament appearance since 2004. You'll hear us talk a lot about the Big Three with Kettle Moraine, the Lasers led by Grace Grahowski, the Arizona State commitment, the 2-time Classic 8 Player of the Year, but much more than just Grace for certain. Lily Rangard has really stepped her game out throughout the playoffs, has increased her scoring almost 4 points a game. She'll be attending Western Illinois next year and playing basketball for J.D. Gravina. First team selection this year in the Classic 8. And the third member of the Big Three, Breland Torres, again, 2-time first team All-Classic, 8 honoree. 2 other seniors who start, along with Lily Rangard, with the Grahowski and Torres being juniors. That would be Isabella Walschlager at the point. She started started as a sophomore, sat out last year with a torn ACL, and back this year, as well as power forward Becca Siedenberger. Again, brings great stability. Both players were honored with honorable mention accolades this season in the Classic 8. So what do you have when you have a Kettle Moraine team? You have a team that has such great scoring options. They're going to pressure, play a lot of man-to-man. They'll extend it off made free throws and made baskets into some 1-2, 1-1 diamond press. Again, they rebound the ball at a very high rate as well, led by Grace Grahowski, who, again, has really stepped her game up on the defensive end. And again, being able to do it from all areas of the floor. She averages 9 rebounds a game. She shoots 82% from the free throw line, has made 33s, from that power forward spot, and shooting 58% from the field, while averaging 21.5 points per game. So again, this 5, again, what we'll see off the bench, Brianne Benaggi will bring some athleticism that will come in, as well as Maddie Schaff is a 3-point specialist that will come in off the bench. So again, a KM team that's averaging 71 points per game, only allowing 40. Obviously, you can do the math there, right around the 30-point difference. So, again, a Kettle Moraine team that tested itself outside the league, obviously had great success winning the league title by 1 game over Arrowhead. And with that, I'll pass that on to Connor, as he'll tell you more about the Redbirds of De Pere.
Yeah, the Redbirds had a great opportunity to spend a week with them right around the middle part of their season. And that's kind of where the season got turned around for them, I think. They'll point to the end of the year, but I think, that week they took on a very good Notre Dame team, was with them for a while when Notre Dame ended up pulling away. And, of course, Notre Dame now in the D2 state championship tomorrow evening against Pewaukee. But then they came bounce back, beat a nice Ashwaubenon squad, very underrated Ashwaubenon squad, and then West De Pere and the big battle for the bridge of De Pere on Saturday. And it was a real nice turnaround for them. You talk about the big 3 for Kettle Moraine, Coach. They've got a different big 3 for De Pere. Obviously, Jordan Melman's 25.7 points per game. The Butler commit, Claire Bjorgi, just a sophomore, coming in at 16 points a game. She's really playing some of the best basketball I think I've seen her play. She's just evolved throughout the year, and right now she's playing some great basketball, really locked in. And then the other senior, Avery Borowski, you look at it and says only 7.5 to 8 points a game. But the kid, in big games like this, has become a double-double machine throughout the course of the playoffs. She takes a lot of pride in rebounding, and it's a kid that almost averages over 10 rebounds a game. So a game like this, you need to limit possessions. How do you limit possessions? You get the first shot, miss the rebound. And so it's going to be Borowski, I think, just going to have to come up big for the Redbirds here this afternoon, controlling the glass, especially with Grahowski on the other end for the Lasers of Kettle Moraine. But you talk about points per game, just a hair under what Kettle Moraine's averaging, right at that 70 mark. And same thing for De Pere. They're giving up just about 42 points per game. So both of them are right in that same mark of what they score and what they give up. This one, I think, is going to be closer to what the experts might think out there, with both teams kind of making their first trip to state in a while. De Pere used to be a perennial at the state tournament in the early 2000s, and now back here for the first time since 2017. But I tell you what, I know De Pere has been with them all week as we're doing the documentary with them, and they just as the week has gone on, Coach, they seem to just get more locked in. I'm kind of excited for them to take the floor and see what happens. They feel confident. The coaches feel confident. They feel good about the game plan. And, now it's time to tip it up and see what happens. Yeah,
I think these two teams are interconnected. Both obviously Kettle Moraine hosted their own Thanksgiving tournament, but probably a thing that, as you had seen, that De Pere had pointed to was those 2 losses in the Kettle Moraine tournament. First when they gave up 105 points to Germantown, 109 or 105, excuse me, 105 to 66.
Don't give them a new hashtag.
No, so, and then they had to play right away the next day and just lost, a great game, in overtime to Pewaukee. Jordan Melman's hit a 3 to force the game to overtime. So again, when you look and see their record of 20-4, you have those 2 losses and then 2 losses, 3 losses right now to teams that will be playing tomorrow for state championships. So obviously, again, a great attribute to the entire team and Coach Balo again for regrouping and as Connor saw it firsthand doing Redbird Week. Again, these 2 teams are kind of tied in that way and should lead to a great, 36 minutes of basketball tonight.
Yeah, well, you can't talk about this game without talking about how De Pere got here. Knocking off a very good Germantown led by phenomenal KK Arnold, the UConn commit. And as you just mentioned, they had 105 hung on them in the second outing of the year, 105-66, and that's something they kind of took to heart. Took it personal, got back in the gym, and then fast forward to last Saturday afternoon. They go down to Sheboygan. That was at Sheboygan North, and they're able to edge Germantown out, 72-66. So much different game, much different squad here. And the postseason, like I said, Claire Bjorgi, the sophomore, playing a much different game. But we've got just under 2 minutes to go before national anthem and starting lineups. We will pause and come back for those. You're watching W7 presented by
GTV, presented by JVB Financial Advisor, is on W7. I'm a financial planner. Started doing this 36 years ago, back in 1985. What my best clients say I do for them is help them feel comfortable about their money and about their insurance protection. Work with young people that are just out of college and just getting started, to people that are nearing retirement or some that are already in retirement. There's no obligation, there's no fees or anything like that. We just like to have a conversation and see if it makes sense to sit down and maybe talk about things a little further.
He just
back here at the Rush Center, host of the 2022 WIA State Tournament. Warm-ups are complete. Teams are lined up. De Pere along their bench and KM across their free throw line. We're going to send it over to the PA for national anthem and starting lineups. You are watching W7.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
not watching, you're listening to W7 Radio.
As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Singing the Star Spangled Banner tonight is Tyler Billingsley, a junior from Kettle, Moraine.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rest Center for this Division I semifinal between the Kettle Moraine Lasers and the De Pere Redbirds. Let's meet the Lasers of Kettle Moraine. Number 1, Hope Danielski. Number 5, Livia Hero. Number 11, Maddie Shaw. Number 13, Bailey Alvarez. Number 31, Marge Probst. Number 33, Brianna Benaji. Number 35, Presley Kane. And number 41, Claire Vosberg. And now let's meet the Redbirds of De Pere. Number 2, Jaden Shiselson. Number 3, Kaylee Anderson. Number 4, Olivia Wall. Number 10, Allison Weinstein. Number 11, Olivia Christ. Number 20, Elena Tripp. Number 21, Lucy Mewson. Number 30, Lauren Schneider. And number 31, Sophie Hayfair. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Kettle Moraine Lasers. At forward, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Lily Rangard. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 15, Braylon Torres. At guard, a 5'4" senior, number 21, Isabel Walschlager. At forward, a 5'8" senior, number 23, Becca Siedenberg. And at forward, a 5'10" junior, number 25, Grace Grohalski. The head coach for Kettle Moraine is Todd Hansen. Now the starting lineup for the De Pere Redbirds. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 5, McKenna Shiselson. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 12, Oakley Whittick. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 13, Claire Georgi. At forward, a 5'10" senior, number 22, Avery Borowski. And at guard, a 6' senior, number 23, Jordan Mullins. The head coach of the Redbirds is Jeremy Boylo. The officials for tonight's game is assigned by the WI.
So the starting lineups as announced here for the opening semifinal between the number 4 seeded De Pere Redbirds and top seeded Kettle Moraine Lasers. The Lasers are going to start Lily Rangard, Braylon Torres, Isabel Walschlager, Becca Seidenberg, and Grace Grohalski. While the Redbirds, they'll roll out McKenna Shiselsic, Oakley Whittick, Pere Georgi, Avery Borowski, and Jordan Melmans. Coach, we're all set, ready to go for a tip.
Let's have a great one here. Tip controlled by De Pere. They'll face Kettle Moraine's man-to-man defense. So looking at the matchups right now, again, who's guarding Jordan Molmans? And again, they're going to start again with Becca Siedenberg on her the first time down the floor.
Turn that one over, trying to get a cutter on the back door.
So again, on the other end, the matchup to watch, and we talked about in the pregame, Jordan Melman's guarding Grace Grohalski. Again, a matchup, they've played each other in AAU several times, and again, between the Flight and the Lakers programs, offensive rebound by Lily Rangard, but she can't get the short jumper to go. Redburn's off and running, pull up 3, Melman's no good. And Grohalski gets it, she'll push it herself. Quick back and forth action here to start.
I think that's what makes Grohalski so difficult. She'll get that rebound, go coast to coast.
Yeah, and again, ended up ripping that offensive rebound back out of her hands.
3 ball on the way, Braylon Torres.
Braylon Torres for 3.
So she'll get the scoring started.
Yeah, Torres, again, that will be her 63rd 3 of the season.
There's the full court pressure applied by Kettle Moraine. Great patience there by the Redbirds. They break it back to Bjorgi up top. She'll spin dribble, kick out right side. Borowski back to the top to Oakley. Melman's now left side back on the state logo.
Again, we see Siedenberg again on Melman's. Put Torres is on Bjorgi, as you said, playing so well. And again, we've seen enough games to know Braylon Torres, an excellent defender, uses her length well.
Bjorgi, right-hand drive, kick out. Melman's top of the key three. Short. Ripped down by Rangard.
2 good looks so far for the senior. Signed with the Butler Bulldogs of the Big East Conference. And her 25-plus points per game average. DePere starts in man-to-man as well. We'll see. We'll make sure that you can help you with the changing defenses by both teams. But again, Kettle Moraine running some flex action right here. They do such a good job of working off the dribble penetration. And again, Grahowski starts on the perimeter. She'll slide down into the post spot. She's an able and willing passer from outside.
Borowski now on the left, or Rangard. They switch off, little left-hand flip shot, no good. Saved by Rangard. Kick out right in the hands of Torres, middle of the lane.
Great hustle play right there by Lily Rangard. Everybody else had kind of given up on the ball going out of bounds. She saved it right to Torres at about 8 feet. Braylon Torres has all the points right now in the game with the three-pointer and that short jumper, 5-0 Kettle Moraine.
Bjorgi tries to kick out to the top, that one taken away. Left hand down, and we've got a foul called by the trail official. Lead official is right there, was going with the jump ball.
Oakley Whittick, that's her first, team's first.
But foul is going to go on Oakley Whittick. So Walschlager will toe the free throw line, the shoot 2.
Walschlager comes in right at 50% on the season. Able to knock the first one down, 6-0. Kettle Moraine with 14:44 left here in the first half.
Let's see if Coach Boyle wants to call a timeout here after this bucket, or it's going to be the media timeout. So that's going to help the Redbirds. Coach Boyle
on the floor
will get his group recentered. Early 6-0 lead here for Kettle Moraine. 14:44 left to go. Tonight's game is sponsored by the Walbeck Group. The Walbeck Group produces high-quality construction materials and delivers unparalleled professional design, engineering, and construction services throughout the Midwest, and are actively recruiting females to join their team. Visit www.walbeckgroup.com, that's WALBEC group.com, to learn more. The Hupke team draws on their shared in-depth knowledge of the community to guide their clients through the home buying and selling processes. Recognized as one of the top 10 realtor teams in the nation for small teams and #1 team in Wisconsin by Caldwell Banker, you will not find better representation than the Hupke team. Visit jenniferhupke.com to learn more and follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
So back here at the Rush Center, out of the timeout, early 7-0 lead here for the Lasers from Kettle Moraine. 14:43 left to go. They come out of the timeout in their kind of 2-1-2 full court pressure. DePere breaks the pressure right side. Melman's cross-court pass. Bjorgi dial up left side three, no good. Well short.
Yeah, tough start for the Redbirds. 0 for 3 from the field. Couple that with the 2 turnovers. And again, Kettle Moraine able to hit a 3 and get to the free throw line. Besides the short jumper by Torres. Again, inside out right there. Rangard.
Wow.
Similar to the Oak Creek game, Kettle Moraine with a tremendous start. Coach Hansen's got to be happy as they jump back into their three-quarter court pressure. 10-0 Kettle Moraine to start the game.
And Bjorgi has that one knocked off her hand. Possession back to Kettle Moraine. They'll inbound. Walschlager will come across the timeline, guarded by Bjorgi. DePere's going to need something here quick, not let this one get out of hand. 10-0, 13:52 left to go, first half. Kettle Moraine.
Kettle Moraine going a little more 5 out. Open post right there.
And that one challenged by Melmans. They're going to say Walschlager threw that one out of bounds.
So a couple of subs in for Kettle Moraine. Olivia Hero comes in. She will replace Isabella Walschlager. And also in the game, number 13, Bailey Alvarez. And she will come in and replace Miss Becca Siedenberg.
So it appears doing a nice job getting it across the timeline, but then they're struggling, picking up their dribble, kind of about 6 feet across the timeline there. 3-ball, left side on the way, long off the back iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Schneider.
Yeah, Olivia Hero quickly in the game, shoots the 3 on her first touch. And again, that'll be the 5th turnover already by the Redbirds.
Ran guard left side over to, who was that? I don't know, Hero, unable to get it to go. Out of bounds, possession back to Kettle Moraine.
Again, live ball turnovers right there. Turns into that transition opportunity. Again, they're unable to score off of it.
3-ball on the way out of Torres, no good. Rebound to Bjorgi, she'll push. Left side, Melmans. Picked up by Grhalski. Back to the top of Bjorgi. So good transition defense there by the Lasers. Now Borowski down the left side. Little contact play through it, no good. Rebound Grhalski, she'll flip it ahead. Torres.
What a great pass, right there. Almost like, Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams since we're here in Green Bay, but Grhalski put that right in Torres's hands. All she had to do is go up for it, and she gets fouled on that.
2 shots.
So
rare miss by Braylon Torres. Again, 78% from the free throw line.
So Oakley Whittick will check into the game for the Redbirds. She will replace Claire. Torres on the second one and gets it to go. That'll allow Kettle Moraine to set up their full court pressure. And DePere able to break it again, then get it across the timeline. Now left corner 3 on the way. Long, no good from Hafman. Reload, Melmans. Behind the college line, no good. Rebound, Shaselsic. Fighting, tries to find a cutting Melmans. And they're going to say it went off Jordan's fingertips. We're a long ways up here in the crow's nest.
Well, yeah, and definitely good cut by Jordan Melmans there. And again, she's 0 for 3 from the three-point line. We've talked about this amongst the whole W7 staff of that first visual of seeing the college three-point line, and obviously much, much further out than the high school three-point line. And I think every team's having to adjust to that, even though they get the warm-up period. Rangard to the pull-up in the lane. The lead becomes 13-0 as Lily Rangard with her second basket. She's up to 5.
The Pere settle in here, back right side, Hafman, now deep corner to Whittick. Back to the top for Selsick. And then length here is causing some problems for the Pere. They're just not able to get their driving gaps. KM doing a nice job closing out on shooters. Borowski, she'll dial up a 3. That one long and to the right.
Again, I don't think they've had a 3 where they've been inside the college line, right? You know, they haven't had a chance to toe it up on the white line on the floor.
Everything's been at least heels back on that green line. Which, of course, depending on where you're shooting from, that could be anywhere from about 3 feet to 4.5 feet. So here's a chance for the Redbirds to cut into the deficit. They trail 13-0. Kettle Moraine out to the early lead, 10:44 left to go. Melman's right wing, trying to get something going. Couple cutters back door for the Redbirds, nothing there.
Again, solid defense so far. No easy opportunities for the Redbirds. They haven't had a chance to get to the free throw line, to get an offensive rebound opportunity, or really, again, be able to get something where they're going to the basket. Everything's been really forced on the perimeter. Great job cutting middle penetration off.
There opens the basket and is scoring. Giselsik on the board. Redbirds with their opening 2 points at the state tournament, and the fans now slowly start to climb back into it. KM quickly up ahead, 3-ball on the way, no good from Alvarez. I mean, if the kids can get their fans back into this game, it's going to be a huge help.
Again, good attack by Jordan.
Melmans. There we go.
And again, good matchup there with Grace Grahowski. Again, Grace Grahowski is going to have a better chance to use her length and, her size maybe closer to the rim. But again, Jordan did a great job. Straight line drive with her right hand, gets her first 2 points.
Runner on the other end, no good from Torres. Rebound to the Redbirds. Oakley will push, Melman's right wing. Borowski, she had that shot against Germantown. Thought better of it there behind the college line.
Lauren Schneider with her first touch for the Redbirds.
They're able to get the dribble drive going. Giselsik left-hand flip, no good, looking for a foul. Can't get it to go. Oakley Whittick, rebound, put back. She's going to head to the free throw line. And it's getting a little louder to our right here, Coach.
Laser foul number 5, Olivia.
The Pure Grit section getting ready to get going here.
Yeah, 6-0 run, chance to turn it to 7-0 here if Whittick can knock the free throw down.
Kind of get a sense that maybe after this free throw might have a timeout coming here from Coach Hansen. Trying to stop the bleeding a little bit. And we've got a media timeout as it stands.
Timeout on the floor.
So a 7-0 run to answer a 13-0 deficit by the Redbirds. 9 minutes left to play opening half. Kettle Moraine 13, De Pere 7. You've been watching W7, presented by Jolly Good Soda, the Walbeck Group, the Hupke team, and JVB Financial. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Since it started in 1965, from basketball to hockey to wrestling and gymnastics, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. A message from W7 Productions and the WIAA. Well, Coach, a little bit of a slow start for the Redbirds, but now slowly climbing back into it. Claire Bjorgi checking back into the game of that last media timeout, so she's back into the game. See if she's settled down and able to get things going.
Yeah, a 7-0 run here over the last 114. Again. Why is 114? A number that's ringing in our head? That's the same amount of time in the Pewaukee Reedsburg game when they hit the 3 threes to end the first half. So again, KM 1 for 7 from the field over their last 7 shots, and they have not scored in 2:45. So again, there was a little lull there where it stood at 13-0. But again, credit the Redbirds for hanging in there, seeing the ball go in, and again, holding Kettle Moraine scoreless during this period.
Well, and now we see it here that the Redbirds are able to set up their full court pressure out of that last dead ball, out of the timeout, and that's something I know being with them this week they've worked on and talked about situationally doing. Just have to get dead balls or made buckets to set it up. Grahowski inside, she'll spin against Melman's, going to pick up the foul.
And so far substitution-wise, you have Siedenberg and Walschlager back in the game. So Grahowski, Torres, and Rangard have played the whole way so far. Grace Grahowski, an excellent free throw shooter at 82%, knocks down the first one for her first points of the state tournament semifinal game.
Gets them both to go. 15-7. Kettle Moraine over to Pere. 8:21 left to go. You're listening to W7, presented by Jolly Good Soda. Bjorgi in the trap. She gets it out of it. Deep left corner. Jay on the way.
Allison Wetstein.
Allison Wetstein.
Again, they match the 2 free throws for Grace Grahowski right there to cut it back to a 6-point game.
I think it's interesting now. Bjorgi is on Grahowski. And a reach-in foul coming here on Wetstein. So she picks up a bucket and then a foul on the other end.
Fouls on Allison Wetstein for first, 4th team foul.
Again, just reaching in a little bit off her man, trying to go after the ball. Again, this is a group here. Again, that starting group, they will go to the 5-out motion, but right now they're going back into the flex. Again, they can post up different people, obviously trying to get the cut right there, and they do to Walschlager. Great pass by Torres. Isabel Walschlager, her first 2, that makes her up to 4 after hitting the 2 free throws earlier in the game.
They got Bjorgi and Melman's got hung up on the flex screen on who was taking who. And now we're going to get a reach-in foul up top with the full court pressure.
Fouls on Braylon Torres.
Foul goes on Braylon Torres, just her first.
Team foul.
Second team foul for KM. So no real foul trouble here for KM. DePere a little bit. Everybody's racking up at least a foul here. Something to keep our eye on as the half comes to a close. Melman's top of the key, dial it up.
Jordan.
Yeah, you're not going to keep her quiet for too long. 11 minutes almost before the leading scorer knocks down her first points, and it is a triple. So they've gotten it to within 5. Closest they've been since 6-0 earlier in the game.
17-12, just under 7 left to go. Grahowski will have it up top. Melman's will match up with her. Now Torres, right wing. Guarded by Shaselsic. She'll put it on the deck. Left-hand scoop shot for Torres, up and no good. Rebound, Borowski. To Bjorgi, to Melman's, quickly up ahead. Shaselsic right side, and one opportunity coming. And it's about to get loud in here, Coach. 17-14, 6.5 left to go. Shaselsic going to go to the free throw line with a chance to cut this to a 2-point game.
And again, a fast break, able to go up the sideline. Ball doesn't hit the floor with the dribble. Throw ahead pass. Jordan Melmans puts it right there where McKenna's able to put it in off the glass. She misses the free throw. It would have got it to a 2-point game. But again, 1 possession game for the first time since it was 2-0 to start the game. So 17-14, Kettle Moraine, 6:20 left, as they'll go back to their flex. And you can see as soon as Grace Grahowski catches it, they're doubling down, that time off Becca Siedenberg, to have multiple bodies in there.
Torres, deep 3, toe on the college line. She gets all 3 of those.
For 3.
And again, something I think we've seen, Braylon Torres always ready to shoot. And again, doesn't need a lot of time to hit her second 3-pointer of the game.
DePere flips that one up ahead, out of bounds, and we're going to have a media timeout on that dead ball. You're watching W7, presented by
Good to see.
The Hupkey team believes in empowering every client with the information, resources, and advice they need to make wise investment decisions. With experience in property management, banking, customer service, accounting, and even law enforcement, you will not find better representation than the Hupkey team. Visit JenniferHupkey.com to learn more and follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. That's Jennifer, HUPKE.com. Well, Coach, exactly 6 minutes left to go. DePere was able to cut back into this lead. It was 17-14. Shaselsic was at the free throw line shooting the N1 opportunity, unable to get it to go. Kettle Moraine comes down the other end. buries a 3, and then a De Pere turnover the other way. So De Pere had a real good chance here to either take the lead or at least tie it up. But as it sits, still a 6-point lead for KM. 6 minutes left to go. De Pere come out of the media timeout with full court pressure. Looks like they will go man-to-man.
Yeah, and as you talked about, they had worked on this. So again, an opportunity here, since it wasn't a live ball turnover, to not only dead ball to set it up, but a timeout to make sure exactly what Coach Balo wants to have. And again, you're going to have an open 3 here. Becca Siedenberg can't get it to go down. Great rebound by Jordan Melmans.
That's a senior right there. That's a senior rebound. A little high dribble by Oakley there. She'll corral it. Bjorgi settle in, top of the key. She hasn't really gotten going yet. She's had a great postseason so far. And I think kind of like Melmans, it's just a matter of time before she gets going.
Again, they're going to make Becca Siedenberg run through a lot of screens here. She's back on her assignment of Jordan Melmans. Again, they needed to be a little more patient there. Melmans could have got it after the screen and slip, but her teammate on the right wing threw it right back to the top. So again, a little more patience by the Redbirds there. I think they could have got Jordan on a cut as KM kind of jumped to the low side.
So Redbirds will inbound the ball right in front of the scores table. Backdoor cut. Melmans got it.
Yeah, great job and execution off the side out of bounds. You know, the Redbirds ran a double stagger screen on the right side to get everybody leaning that way, knowing heavy influence coming to Jordan on just the catch, set her man up, and again, great pass on the back door right there. I believe that was Oakley Wittick, but again, great execution.
Strahalski, tough turnaround over Melmans, can't get it to go. Redbirds out and running. Melmans left side, back to Oakley. Poked away by Torres, and eventually out of bounds. Claire kind of shading her off a little bit, that old sideline box out. Torres unable to get through Bjorgi. Eden Wittick, she'll dribble across the timeline, right side to Melmans, back to the top, now left to Bjorgi. Thought they had Melmans open on the backdoor cut. They don't get it to her now. A travel call.
Just a little quick with the first step there. Slid her pivot foot.
They've been doing a great job closing out on her as of late, the last 4 or 5 minutes, and I thought when she caught it initially, she was open, but she didn't think she was going to be. Went with that quick little shot fake, one too many steps. Grahalski, right corner, no good. Rebound, up and in.
Becca Siedenberg with her first 2 points of the night. The senior, honorable mention all conference in the Classic 8.
22-16, just under 4 left to go here at the Resch Center. State semifinal. Audio only call, so you can't watch it, you got to listen to it. I'll get that figured out by the last minute of the game.
Again, another turnover. That'll be turnover number 8 for the Redbirds.
Grahalski pull up middle of the lane. And knocks it down. 24-16, 3:31 left to go. Borowski shot fake, left side, right, goes up with the right hand, no good. Rangar tries to draw a charge, no call. Torres back the other way, left wing, short.
Yeah, a shot I think Coach Hansen would rather have back. Again, you know, I think just quick with it.
Quick with it on that college line.
Yeah, nobody there to offensive rebound. Again, not necessarily a heat check, but again, even in transition threes aren't bad, but you got to have somebody in there to be able to corral a long rebound. All the other teammates were behind her.
She'll dial up a 3, back iron, no good. Kept alive by Wittick to Melmans. She'll go inside, a little spin around, right hand, up and in.
Beautiful fake to the baseline by Jordan Melmans. Came back to a light little right-handed jump hook right over the top, nothing but the nylon.
24-18, 2.5 left to go. So after trailing 13-0, the Piers climbed their way back into this and has made it a game here to the latter part of the first half. Torres, a little crossover down the left-hand side against Selsik. And Torres very quickly now up to 11. And Selsik right back at her. Anything you can do, I can do better, McKenna says.
Good to see her. Got him started, and again, up to 6 points now for McKenna. As we mentioned, 11 for Torres leads the Lasers.
Rangard down the right-hand side. They find her on a curl cut, no good. Tapped around, Borowski ended up with it in her hands. Flips it over to Melman. She'll bring it across the timeline, left side. Back to Wittick at the top. Bjorgi, oh, she thought about it. Little shot fake, now runner down the right, down the middle of the lane, up and in.
There's the second leading scorer finally on the board there. As my partner mentioned, having such a good postseason for the Redbirds. Good to see her get a basket here before the end of the half as we get under.
Can settle her down a little bit. Rangard left corner, kick out. She'll take pass up the shot. Tried to one too many passes, trying to feed the big three. Melman's out in transition right side. Back to Wittick. Back to Melman's right wing. They're going to get her on another travel. So it's that dreaded little drop step on the shot fake they're getting her on. Media timeout, 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go. Kettle Moraine 26, De Pere 22. You are listening to W7 Radio, presented by
WIAA Girls Playoff Basketball on W7 is brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Visit jollygoodsoda.com to find it in your area. The Hupkey Team, recognized as the #1 team in Wisconsin by Coldwell Banker. You'll not find better representation than the Hupkey Team. Visit www.jenniferhupkey.com. JVB Financial Advisor. From insurance to investment solutions. Visit www.jvbfinancial.net and get in touch with Jay. The Walbeck Group, named the best place to work by the Milwaukee Business Journal, in hiring for a wide variety of trades and professional positions. Visit walbeckgroup.com/careers to apply.
Back here at the Rush Center, it is a Kettle Moraine 4-point lead with 1:09 left to go. They lead the Redbirds 26-22. Jaselsik kind of the spotlight for the Redbirds. We knew Melmans would get her points, but Jaselsik with an early 6 in this first half comes in averaging 6 points per game. So she's already at her average here in the first half. And we were just kind of talking off air. It's going to have to be maybe her a little bit staying hot while some of the other Redbirds kind of find their offensive scoring power.
But again, they've done such a good job defensively. I think this 9 minutes, you go in such that drought, it can take away from your defensive intensity. And again, seeing the ball go in a couple times.
Torres unable to get the little curl shot runner to go, rebound to the Redbirds, and then they push in transition. Now, settle in, work the ball offensively, 44 on the clock here in the first half. A little flare screen here, Melmans. Jaselsik, deep right corner. Guarded by Rangard. 32 on the clock here. Now Bjorgi right side. See what we get. She'll drive right side, pick up her dribble, kick out Borowski left side.
Benaji and Alvarez in the game. Siedenberg and Walschlager out, which puts the matchup back for, Grace Krahowski to
crossover, left-hand drive. She's going to earn another trip to the free throw line. So that's a senior right now, Coach, that we're not going down without a fight.
And I think Grace Krahowski having to chase Jordan Melmans does two things. It puts an advantage. It gets her out on the lane, but it also opens the lane up for the rest of the Redbirds to be able to attack and takes her away from controlling the glass. So, again, first free throw, no good.
Rounding out. Well, and you see the last couple shots from Torres, too. She's been chasing around Bjorgi most of the night when Claire's been in there. And now you're starting to see some of those shots come up just a little bit short. Obviously, you got to get out on those kids. So, Jaselsik makes the second. So, 26-23, 13 seconds left to go. Torres across half court down the left-hand side. She'll stop. Almost double dribble. Coach Boyle wanted one. Rangard left side, gets it to go. High post flash for Rangard.
Yeah, just great movement without the basketball. Put herself in a position to knock her down. That kind of fading away 14-footer gets the friendly bounce and gives Kettle Moraine the 5-point lead going into the half. Great job by DePere, though, of getting themselves back in the game. Obviously, before that shot, got it back to a one-possession game heading into the locker room. So a lot of positive things, I think, for the Redbirds to build off of. And again, Kettle Moraine, offensively, numbers, still not shooting at the best, but again, they've knocked 3 threes down. Have done a good job of turning over the Redbirds. So again, both teams will make adjustments at halftime as we take it here to a break and hear from our sponsor.
The Green Bay Packers would like to wish
WIAA Girls Playoff Basketball on W7 is brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Visit jollygoodsoda.com to find it in your area. The Hupkey Team, recognized as the #1 team in Wisconsin by Coldwell Banker. You'll not find better representation than the Hupkey Team. Visit www.jenniferhupkey.com. JVB Financial Advisor. From insurance to investment solutions. Visit www.jvbfinancial.net and get in touch with Jay. The Walbeck Group, named the best place to work by the Milwaukee Business Journal, in hiring for a wide variety of trades and professional positions. Visit walbeckgroup.com/careers to apply.
The top producing Hupkey team assists buyers and sellers throughout Waukesha, Milwaukee, Washington, Racine, Ozaukee, Jefferson, and Walworth counties. With 26 plus years of combined experience and solid credentials and personalized customer care, Jennifer Hupkey, Trisha Vins, Kim Acronato, and Mariah Marquardt each bring their unique skill set to the team. A winning combination that ensures 100% client satisfaction. You will not find better representation than the Hupkey team. Visit JenniferHupkey.com, that's Jennifer, HUPKE.com, to learn more. And follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And big time sponsorship live in the house here at the Rest Center. Nicole Deppis from our #1 supporter, Jolly Good Soda.
Hi.
How's it going, Nicole?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Normally I see, and we've got cases of Jolly Good Soda, and I'm sure security shut us down at the front door
yeah,
on
can't sneak that stuff in.
But
I wish.
Well, I mean, hey, it's been a good first half. You've been watching this one a little bit down there?
Absolutely. And it's been a battle.
Well, hey, I got to tell you, DePere has been I won't single out any kids and break any infractions, but DePere loves when I come to the games because they love the Jolly Good Soda. But talk to me a little bit just about our partnership that we've had this year, and of course, Jolly Good Soda, getting it back in the hands of this generation.
Yeah, so it's been a great fit. I was telling Gary earlier, just super excited about our partnership this year, and you guys have done such an amazing job of getting us out there and introducing us to all of these high school kids and families, and just really building that community up around it. So we're really happy. Excited for more to come.
Absolutely. It's been a great basketball season with the Jolly Good, and it's going to taste even better in the softball season. The early part, when it's cold, we just let it sit out next to us, and it naturally chills. And then after the game, when you need something nice and cold to drink, you've got one right there. The nice cold Jolly Good Soda. I tell you what, it's quickly become a favorite of mine for sure.
Yeah, fruit punch, right?
Well, yeah, I really like the fruit punch, but I didn't know like the blue, the berry.
Ooh, blue raspberry.
Yeah, blue raspberry. I was like, I'm not really like a blue. I'm not really. Then it's all I had one time after a game, and it was in the car, and it was ice cold, and I'm like, this is phenomenal. There is nothing better than that.
I love it.
I will say, DePere, they've turned me on to the basically, like a root beer float or a cherry float or grape float, whatever you have. I mean, there's lots of ways to have your Jolly Good Soda, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But
yeah, no, we're excited. Like, even, the kids, as they start to take pictures, and, like we just say, make sure to tag us. I do all the socials, so I would love to share their excitement about the product and, just get it out there more for you guys as well.
That's the thing. It's on the Twitter. It's the @JollyGoodSoda. So.
Yeah, you're back on the Twitter now, huh?
Yeah, we got back out of Twitter, Facebook jail. So.
That's good.
I don't know what we did. We impersonated somebody, but so be it. I guess Maybe we were retweeting,
Third time's a charm, right?
retweeting Jolly Good Soda too much or something. I don't know. You know, that was the thing. All of our tweets were all Jolly Good Soda and everything, and maybe they thought we were you guys. But 5 minutes left to go before we come back with second half inbound. It's Kettle Moraine 28 to Pere 23. We're with Nicole Devis, our Jolly Good Soda connection. What actually is your role there at Crier Foods?
I do it all.
You do it all?
Yeah.
I say, yeah, you deliver and do everything.
Yeah, primarily just the marketing manager.
Marketing manager,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, it's definitely been great connection with you guys, and looking forward to softball, and then of course really getting after it next year with a full season of volleyball and everything else with
Yes.
kids. And
We're excited for the hometown race.
Oh, the homeschool race.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Crier Foods is located in Random Lake, so Random Lake might, you guys are going to push the Random Lake homeschool contest, get them involved a little bit, and so, yeah, we'll see. We had a great time with Germantown. De Pere's kind of become my homeschool this year a little bit. De Pere and Notre Dame did a lot of stuff with them up here this year, but so I might have
Two great schools to follow.
Yeah, two great schools, and I probably might have to get the case of Jolly Good over to both of them at the end of the year, regardless of how they finish the seasons. But
Absolutely.
So I got just a few cases left. I got to, otherwise I got to drink it, and I feel better giving it to the kids.
Seems like a tough job, though.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. I told Gary we'll have to look at some player of the game shirts. I said let's open up a competition this year.
Little design,
Yes.
I like
So
that. I tell you what, you talk about. We want to get into a coloring contest, but like the youth kids in these communities are just so supportive of the older girls.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think, maybe it's a high school kid that designs one, maybe it's one of the youth kids. I tell you, they're seeing some of the artwork this week with, on social media, different programs with kids making signs and stuff. So, yeah.
That's what it's about, getting the community involved and making those memories.
Head over to your, Jolly Good Soda, and was it jollygoodssoda.com?
Yep.
Yep, and see where you can get put your address in, your area code in, see where the closest store is, and it's in a lot of the Piggly Wigglies and festivals and stuff up here. Mainly sold in the 4-packs, so you get a 4-pack of cherry or grape or whatever flavor you want, but check those out, and then let your little kids have some, and then let them design our Player of the Game t-shirts for next year.
I love it.
That sounds like a great combination. So, and you might be able to convince us then to come to a couple games at your school.
Absolutely.
But, hey, Nicole, it's been fun catching up. Glad you're able to be here and check out some of the great action, and I think next year you guys got to get a booth here.
I know we said let's talk about getting a suite here or something.
I would be in for the suite, the Jolly Good W7 suites. Mm-hmm. Wow, we'd be all in on that.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to investigate. I don't know how that's going to work with the RC sodas they have here.
That's
but here's the thing: Jolly Good and RC soda, we get some throwback uniforms for the kids, and it's just perfect.
Yeah,
it's a perfect combination. Well, we're going to get back to the second half. We got 2 minutes left to go. You still got enough time to hit your refrigerator up for a Jolly Good soda. If you live down the store from a pick and save or festival, make it fast, because we got a instant classic coming up in the second half. You're listening to W7 Radio.
You have De Pere.
Hey, we got an update if you're listening. The UW Oshkosh coach, Fisher Titans, on to the Elite Eight. That was an incredible experience up there with him in the program. Just seeing where they've kind of come from at the beginning of the year, now in the Elite Eight. And of course, last year, this is where they got to last year, and everything got shut down. So happy to see Coach Fisher and UW Oshkosh Titans back in it. And of course, Kennedy Osterman, former Pewaukee Pirate, able to go on to the Elite Eight. She was on that team that got shut down last year on this Friday.
Yeah, and we'll have, obviously, tomorrow, two future Titans will move on to play in the state championship game. So really exciting. One went down today, so Mara Weeman, who will be a Titan next year, career ends. But again, for Mineral Point, Mallory Lindsay will play for a championship in the Division IV championship, and then tomorrow evening in the Division II championship. And I apologize, I'm drawing a blank. Sarah Jacobson, will play for a championship. Congratulations to Coach Fisher and his crew, 74-63. They led the last 24 minutes, but back to WIA State Semifinal Division I Championship basketball here as Kettle Moraine starts the second half with the ball. Again, first half led by Braylon Torres, 9 points. Lily Rangard with that jumper at the end had 5. Isabella Waschlager with 4. Grace Grahowski with 4 as well.
Kick out right corner, 3. Becca Siedenberg.
Siedenberg with her second basket.
So not the start you probably wanted if you're Coach Boileau and the Pure Lady Redbirds, and a turnover on the other end of the floor.
Hopefully not
that full court pressure.
Yeah, hopefully not that same mentality as they get a run out here.
Flip ahead to Celsic, right hand scoop shot, foul coming. This is where the Pure has to make hay. They've had opportunities at the free throw line, but they haven't knocked them down.
Get our stats updated here, but again,
just 50% in the first half for the Redbirds.
Celsic on the line, shooting 2.
Waschlager's second free throw. Leading scorer in the first half was both McKenna Shaselchik, as well as Jordan Melmans, each with 7. McKenna can't get the first free throw to go. She's 1 for 3. Can't get that one either, so empty trip after the run out in transition.
And that's something they struggled with in that sectional final game, was getting the free throws to go. They missed 14 or 16. Just Celsic pokes it away, and it's going to go off the outstretched hand there of Grace Kohalski up top, diving for it. So possession back to the Redbirds. They trail 31-23. 16:54 left to go, second half. Scoreboard says first here at the Resch, but second half it is. Cutting Melmans, too strong. Kohalski with the board, she'll flip it up ahead. Right side, Rangard trail 3, splash.
Lily Rangard.
Her second of the afternoon. Lily up to 10 points, joining Braylon Torres, and quickly it goes from a 4-point game to an 11-point lead.
Cutting Melmans, left side, gets turnaround jump shot, short rim, no good. Rebound to Celsic, kick out. Whittick from 15, good.
Whittick.
We'll put one too many on the board there. 34-25, Kettle Moraine with the lead, 16 minutes left to go, and possession. Torres right side, guarded by Celsic. Couple in-out dribbles, she'll drive down the middle. And I think she took about 3-4 too many extra steps. Turnover regardless.
Good job by McKenna there. Got a hand on it even when she did almost get by her. Able to direct that to her teammate.
So Bjorgi right side kind of been kept in check so far by the...
It's going to be the third on Isabella Walshik on the hard straight line drive.
Second team foul.
By Bjorgi, and again, it'll get her to the free throw line. Maybe again, only 1 basket so far in the game for 2 points. The third missed free throw of the half right now, leaving points up for grabs here. Or on the board, as they say. So again, Redbirds down 9 0 for 3 from the line to start the second half.
It's the second one to go, but when you're up, you're okay with getting a 1 point possession. When you're down, you need to start looking, thinking about a point and a half to 2, especially from the charity stripe. 34-26, 15-25 left to go, second half. Kettle Moraine with the lead, and that one thrown out of bounds. They're going to say it was off the hand of Claire Bear.
Well, I think it'll be curious here in about a minute or so to see how Coach Hansen substitutes. Just, again, good backdoor cut. Similar play that the Redbirds run there. Again, they get Bailey Alvarez in the game with Walschlager's third foul, but again, when they lost.
Jaselsik right hand down the lane, no good. Rebound to the Lasers.
Momentum, it was a little bit when they had some wholesale substitution. Rangard can't get the jumper to go. Rebound, Redbirds, they'll push in transition. Jordan Melman's pull-up three. No good. Again, we're going
Nice
up and
rebound.
down here, partner.
And we're going to get a blocking foul right in front of the scores table at half court on number 13, Claire Biorgi.
That's her second first team foul.
So Claire picks up her second personal first team foul of the second half. Tonight's game has been sponsored by the Walbeck Group. The Walbeck's mission is to help people reach their destination, whether that's the public through the construction of their infrastructure projects, their partners through the mutual respect and collaboration, or their team members through a challenging work environment that rewards them with trust, fairness, and an opportunity to continue to grow. Visit www.walbeckgroup.com. That's WALBEC group.com to learn more. A great opportunity exists for people who enjoyed sports as participants and would like to give back to the game that means so much to them. Becoming a high school game official gives you the opportunity to get involved, get in shape. Signing up is easy. To become a WIA licensed official, go online at WIAAWI. That's WIAAWI.org to apply and become a WIA licensed official. A message from W7 Productions and the WIAA, keeping education in sports.
Well, I misspoke earlier in the 28-23 halftime score. Kettle Moraine so far has outscored De Pere 6-3. Again, leaving 4 points up on the board. 0 for 4 from the free throw line. An opportunity they could have gained 1 point into the lead, but again, both teams able to get up and down a little bit more here. Only one change in the lineups, and that would be Bailey Alvarez in for Isabella Walschlager, who picked up her third foul about a minute ago on the hard drive by Claire Biorgi.
Well, now, Coach, it gets interesting because the second game, their fans are starting to filter in. Of course, Appleton East from right down the road. Nice backdoor cut. They find Torres left hand up and in. Now back up to a 10-point lead for Kettle Moraine. But then you got Brookfield East right down there by Kettle Moraine themselves. So I think whichever group can kind of recruit their friends here might be able to change momentum. Biorgi, short.
Yeah, good drive. Just couldn't get it up and in. And again, you see doing a good job right here. The Redbirds doubling the rebound, but Grace Grahowski, again, so smart. Dribbles it out, gets it out of the double team, and
Right-hand runner, Alvarez.
Bailey Alvarez gets on the glass. Again, auxiliary scoring here, allowing the Lasers to set their press up here.
Oakley picks her dribble up, tries to flip to a cutting Melman's knocked away into the hands of Torres.
Again, a big difference right now. That's the 13th turnover.
Big deep three, Becca Siedenberg.
Senior stepping up, 8 points in the game, 2 threes. Great cut behind the press right there.
McKenna, Jaselsik.
We'll get a quick timeout here. Coach Boylo wants to talk it over after they get the best basket to cut it back down to 13 with 13:28 left. Will be a full timeout. We'll hear a word from our sponsors.
WIAA Girls Playoff Basketball on W7 is brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Visit jollygoodsoda.com to find it in your area. The Hupkey Team, recognized as the #1 team in Wisconsin by Coldwell Banker. You'll not find better representation than the Hupkey Team. Visit www.jenniferhupkey.com. JVB Financial Advisor. From insurance to investment solutions. Visit www.jvbfinancial.net and get in touch with Jay. The Walbeck Group, named the best place to work by the Milwaukee Business Journal, in hiring for a wide variety of trades and professional positions. Visit walbeckgroup.com/careers to apply.
Again, timeout to kind of set their pressure there. The Redbirds, a little bit of full court man. We're looking for a run and jump opportunity. Lasers do a good job of breaking it to get into their half court offense. So Liv Hero in the game for the first time in the second half. And they'll go a little bit smaller here. Again, with the 4-guard look, Hero, Rangard, Torres.
Go inside to Grocholski.
And Alvarez playing around Grocholski. Again, more of a 5-out open look right here. Grocholski has the option to be able to post up. But again, you're not going to see anybody else on the floor in that spot. So we haven't seen any Maddie Shop tonight, the 3-point specialist for the Lasers.
Oh, running down the lane from Torres, no good. She gets her own rebound though. Rangard dials it up deep, splash.
Again, Rangard up to 13 points, continues her fine play in the playoffs this year. Again, was the leading scorer in the game against Oak Creek in the sectional final.
Torres, second personal, third team foul. Allison Wetstein on for De Pere.
So inbound goes to Chaselsik. She's kind of been the glimmer of hope here for the Redbirds. If she can get going, maybe free up Bjorgi defensively here a little bit, get her going. They go inside of Bjorgi right now, right-hand spin against
just too much length
Torres.
From, yeah, Braylon Torres there uses that length from her guard spot. Again, I think it's taken a lot out of. Good cut by Alvarez right there. It's her second basket. Again, 5 out, open post situation. The lane is open. Again, Jordan Melman's, again, working so hard on Grace Grahowski as well. Again, the senior only 4 for 10 from the field. Maybe the 10 attempts is probably the most surprising. And 1 for 5 from the 3-point line.
I really don't feel like she's had 10 attempts this game.
Here's the matchup we like, though, with her off the dribble against Grahowski. Grahowski did a good job of pushing her out. And Grace down the floor herself. Can't finish with the left hand. Rebound cleared by Wetstein.
A little hesitation, step back. Now she'll go down the left-hand side. Can't get the scoop shot to go.
But she'll get the 3rd foul on Torres right there. Good move.
I guess if any way you can to try to get her out of the game, so to free yourself up if you're Claire.
Yeah, again, 18-5 so far here. Kettle Moraine in the second half to stretch this to an 18-point lead. And again, Redbirds 0 for 5 from the free throw line in the second half, 3 for 9 overall. Excuse me, 1 for 5.
And Claire able to get the second one to go.
Media timeout on the floor.
We've got a timeout. We will keep it right here. The Hupkey team offers buyers concierge level service. Find homes that fulfill their clients' wish list. They draw on their shared in-depth knowledge of the community to present options in both up-and-coming and established neighborhoods. When it comes time to negotiate, the Hupkey team advocates for their clients' interests every step of the way. You will not find better representation than the Hupkey team. Visit www.jenniferhupkey, that's Jennifer, HUPKE.com to learn more, and follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
GTV, presented by JVB Financial Advisor, is on W7. I'm a financial planner. Started doing this 36 years ago, back in 1985. What my best clients say I do for them is help them feel comfortable about their money and about their insurance protection. Work with young people that are just out of college and just getting started, to people that are nearing retirement, or some that are already in retirement. There's no obligation. There's no fees or anything like that. We just like to have a conversation and see if it makes sense to sit down and maybe talk about things a little further.
It'll be Kettle Moraine ball coming out of the timeout. And again, curious to see what the Redbirds will do here as they come out of the timeout. Again, looks like they will stay with their man-to-man defense. How can they slow down Kettle Moraine here? And again, we see a little bit of a extended 1-3-1. They're going to trap in the corners here. Again, Jordan Melmans with a lot of the length in the top.
Inside Grhalski.
And that's what that's what they left open there. You take Melmans off of Grace Grhalski. She gets low position in the zone on the block, turns, finishes with the left hand, and gets the foul.
First personal, second team foul. Grhalski on the line. One shot.
Grhalski 2 for 2 on the night. Makes that 3 for 3, shooting 82%. The junior up to 7 points.
49-29, now a 20-point lead for KM. Just over 10 and a half left to go here in this one. Yeah, they leave Melmans all alone. She'll get that one to go. See if that can be a spark here a little bit for the Redbirds.
She becomes the first Redbird in double figures. She's up to 12 with her second three-pointer of the game.
Now Alvarez passes up to Jay.
Yeah, and overpassing in the inside there.
Foul going to be on Hero.
Yeah, she had a shot, and they stayed home on Grace Grhalski, but she still tried to force it in there. Becca Siedenberg checking back in the game. She'll give Liv Hero a break.
So now you kind of see with this lead, KM has dropped back into more half-court defense now in the second half of the half here.
And again, you know, with Torres, Rangard, and Grhalski not sitting yet, again, I think, you know, Coach Hansen wants to make sure.
Got some legs.
Yeah, that they be able to finish this game. So we'll have Isabel Walschlager checking back in. She'll replace Bailey Alvarez. Had some nice minutes.
And free ball miss there from Melmans, nearly kept alive by Whittick. In the hands of Kettle Moraine. They'll push left corner three. Torres no good.
Grhalski corrals that offensive rebound, just too strong. Ripped it away. Great cut across the lane. Grhalski again, catch, turn. She's fouled, going up with the left hand. She'll go back to the line.
Foul number 12, Whittick, her second, team's third.
So Whittick with her second. Grhalski returns to the line where she's 3 for 3 on the evening. Misses the 82% shooter, misses her first of the night.
We could put that one on you, I think.
Yeah, talked her right into it. So let's try to cross the Kettle Moraine into the 50s.
And gets that one to go, uses every part of the rim.
Grhalski now 4 for 5 from the line. She's up to 8 points. Steal on the poke away from behind.
Yeah, Selsik was posting up down there. Rangard kind of went through her body, but play on Grhalski, the other end, no good. Reload, unable to get it to go.
Yeah, smallest player on the floor right there, Isabella Walschlager. Snuck in there as detention was all on Grace Grhalski. Got the offensive rebound and got it up off the glass.
Isabel Walschlager.
Call that foul on Borowski, her second. Walschlager 3 for 3, came in the game shooting just 50% from the line.
It's stat lines like that, you know, who steps up when and where.
And I will attest, I probably talked that one into a miss, but
And another one for you.
3 for 4 for Walschlager. Again, 5 points. Again, Grahowski with Siedenberg again. This time, Siedenberg gets beat on that one right there by Borowski. Gets her first field goal of the game.
So back to a 17-point lead, 51-34.
Again, we're going to see a little bit of trapping out of the man-to-man.
Rangard pull up from
Well, she's
15.
got 2 very, very friendly bounces, but again, such a pure shot. Lily Rangard up to 15, leading scorer for either team right now.
Borowski top of the key, 3, no. Pass it around, Chiselsik now. Guarded by Rangard. Deep corner, Wittig, she'll drive middle, spin back baseline, right hand shot, no good. Borowski rebound, has that one turned away by Siedenberg. And you can just kind of see that the air slowly getting let out of the pier.
You know,
There, where that layup went up, and they were just all assuming make, and nobody was there on the glass or boxing out.
Yeah, and you know, Lily Rangard got away with kind of a veteran move there, running the floor and acting like she was continuing to run. She really sealed it off for Braylon Torres, no call. But DePere dodges that one as the rebound falls to the ground, and they're able to at least tie it up and get it on the alternate possession.
Melman's kick out right corner, 3, Wittig. Front rim no good. Kept alive by Borowski in the hands of Chiselsik. DePere really needs a bucket on this end. You see that length right there taken away.
Yeah, and I think
Georgie's step back shot.
Yeah, the job that Braylon Torres has done on Claire Bjorgi tonight has been substantial. Claire with only 4 points in the game, came in averaging 16 on the season. And again, there's Grace Grahowski again working on Jordan Melmans again. Melman had to switch to the left hand, couldn't get by her. Give Grace credit for moving her feet there and not letting Jordan get all the way to the rim.
3 ball on the way, Grahowski no. And looking for the dagger there. 6:50 left to go, 53-34. KM with the lead over to DePere. Oakley up top, can't find any cutters on the back door. Have to go out to Melman's on the deep right wing.
Yeah, and again, DePere trying to get a great shot here, but you know, especially without a shot clock, they're going to have to work a little bit quicker, down 19.
Oakley drive left baseline, try to reverse, no good. It's going to stay here. We got a media timeout.
Timeout on the floor.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching W7.
Ladies
You're
and
listening to
gentlemen,
W7,
the
presented
West
by
to
the
West
Wallbeck Group.
promotion of this year's WIS. Congratulations on rushing the rash.
Nearly 800 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and athletically through the WIA's Scholar Athlete Award program. Underwritten by Marshfield Clinic, applicants will be in the running for the 32 State Scholar Athlete Awards presented at a reception in May. Application materials are available exclusively online through the WIA website. Deadline for nominations is today, March 11th, 2022. A message from W7 Productions and the WIA, keeping the education in sports. Well, Coach, 6:24 left to go. It is a 19-point lead for KM, 53-34. DePere will have possession, end line out of bounds underneath their basket. They're going to have, as you talked about, going into that timeout, no shot clock, but they're going to have to start getting some shots up in a hurry here. Chiselsik up top. Now Melman's left side, can't find Bjorgi.
Yeah, and good job by Kettle Moraine. Took away the quick opportunity to score, making De Pere have to run half-court offense here as the clock kicks down and will be under 6 minutes with this possession.
You go inside to Claire, right-hand base, reverse, no good.
Again, Torres uses the length, ends up getting the rebound. Great throw ahead. Isabella Walschlager can't get the easy bunny to go.
You just get the feeling that this game's not over yet, but there has to be a quick run. There could be a start. Jordan Melman.
Yeah, there's somebody that can fill it up quick as Jordan hits her third three. She's up to 15. Game high honors with Lily Rangard, closely behind Braylon Torres with 13 for Kettle Moraine.
Kick out three, right corner, the answer.
Yeah, Siedenberg's been outstanding.
Becca
Third
Siedenberger.
three. Again, gives them a third double-figure scorer right there. Siedenberg with 11.
Bjorgi, left side three, no good. Rebound to Siedenberg.
Good anticipation by Jordan Melmans there. Read Walschlager's pass, and again, takes it herself to the rim. Is going to go to the free throw line. Siedenberg tried to take the charge, but can't quite get to the spot as Melman blows by her.
Foul number 23, Becca Siedenberg, her first 7th team foul.
So
Jordan Mullins on the line.
Siedenberg picks up her first team. First personal, I should say. Melmans goes to the free throw line, gets the shooter's bounce on that one off the front of their iron. Bounces up and in. 56-38. Kettle Moraine with the lead over to Pere. 4:58 left to go. Melman's at the line looking to get the second.
Again, the Redbirds only shooting 25% from the field this half. Melmans can't get the second. 3 for 8 from the line this half.
You can tell just a big time adjustment. The first one kind of went off the bottom of the rim, bounced up, spun in. That one off the back iron. Rangard right hand drive. Easy lay-in for Rangard.
Just the ball moving side to side right there.
And Melman's down the left-hand side, trying to give a little spark to the Redbirds.
Coach Hansen, again, not happy with that transition defense right there.
No.
He'll get a timeout. Talk to his team, full timeout with 4:37 left in the second half. 58-40, Kettle Moraine leads De Pere.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls all day and night. W7 Productions. From golf, volleyball, it's girls' sports in Wisconsin. W7 Productions. Basketball, softball, W7 for the girls.
Side of
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands
Back
up
here
in the
at the
air.
Resch Center in Green Bay, it is a 58-40 lead for Kettle Moraine over to Pere. 4:37 left to go. Not over yet, but it's getting into do or die time. And Melmans will be on the free throw line shooting. Should be a pair. I thought she was fouled going into that timeout.
Shooting one.
Or is that bonus? That's going to be bonus. It says shooting one. And no good. There's Melmans.
again, the free throw woes continue for the Redbirds. 3 for 9 in the second half from the line. KM on the other end, 3 for 5.
It's kind of carried over from the Germantown game. So 18-point lead for KM. They've got the lead and the ball.
And in no hurry.
And they're approaching 4 minutes left to go here in this one.
Good motion here. Again, out of their 5 out, Lily Rangard signaling to set some screens here. We see the Redbirds again. They've gone to this man-to-man, trap the ball a little bit, and again, you know, KM really good with, you know, using the ball to go somewhere to make a better pass. Again, not really dribbling in a spot
that can get trapped. And now they go inside of Grahalski. And left
Just
hand
too
up
strong.
and in.
Grace Grahalski.
They have all the scores up there, but now that's 60-40. Had third personal on Avery Borowski.
Returns for the Redbirds.
15, one free throw here coming for Grahalski.
Grace puts the free throw in. That puts her to 11-4. Kettle Moraine Lasers in double figures, led by Lily Rangard with 17. Torres 13, Siedenberg and Grahowski each with 11.
Top of the key, Borowski 3, no good. Rebound, Wittick.
Good hustle. Gets on the ground to secure the possession.
Jaselsic now deep right corner. She'll drive middle, left-hand scoop shot, no good. Tapped around by Melmans and Grahowski. Going to be off of Grahowski.
Again, Melmans leads the Redbirds with 18. No other player in double figures.
Jaselsic had that 6 in the first half and just up to 9 now for her. So a quiet second half for Jaselsic.
Now the Redbirds have done a good job of cutting down on the turnovers. They just haven't been able to get shots to go down. Great run out.
Transition game here, strong for KM. Right hand up and in. Walschlager. And under 3 to go, 23-point lead here for KM. Their parents starting to feel it here a little bit. But they will be playing tomorrow night the chance to bring home a gold. Rangard wanted that one, but she'll pass it up on the left wing. She'll think otherwise, says the clock's their friend right now.
Yeah, and you can see the difference from when we saw Isabella Walschlager early on. Again, coming back from the ACL injury, just much stronger with that left leg, sprinting out in transition. That'll only be DePere's 6th team foul.
That one's going to go on Bjorgi.
Bjorgi, her third.
So it'll be a side out of bounds with 2:19 left. Kettle Moraine 63, DePere 40. They go isolation play here for Grace Grahowski, and again, to the left hand, they'll call Jordan Melmans for the foul.
Melmans with the foul. Second personal, 7th team foul. Grace Grahalski, shooting 2.
And KM's going to put all 4 of their other players back on the other side of half court. They give a couple hugs. I think they feel this one.
Grahowski missed her second free throw of the night. 5 for 7 now. The 82% shooter gets a second.
I'm blaming you.
Yeah, 12 points to go along with 12 rebounds. Double-double for the junior. 2-time conference player of the year in the Classic 8. Deflection right there by Kettle Moraine on the ball screen. They'll throw it ahead here. Isabella Walschlager will get called for the travel, trying to bust out of it and dragged her pivot foot a little bit in the trap. So KM settle back right exactly 2 minutes left. Again, the defense of Kettle Moraine tonight, holding a team that is averaging almost 70.5 points a game to 40 here with 2 minutes left. Good pass there by Jordan Melmans on the hard cut by Claire Bjorgi, and again, she'll get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Foul's number 3, Lily Rangard, her second, 9th team foul. Claire Bjorgi on the line, shooting 2.
Well, as we head to an end here, Coach, with 1:43 left to go, there are over 20 studies that support the benefits of low-fat chocolate milk as a recovery beverage. Low-fat chocolate milk contains the right 3-to-1 mix of carbs and protein, scientifically shown to help refuel and restore muscles. Pro athletes have been relying on chocolate milk for years because they have seen the benefits in their own performance and recommended drinking milk to others. Learn more at GonnaNeedMilk.com, brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. Well, Coach, I guess when you draw this one up, it's the 1 versus the 4. Yeah, some might see this one coming. I guess being a little bit of an insider with the Pere this week, I thought they've had a great week of practice. I thought they had a right balance of things going on the court and off the court. Great speakers coming in, and they felt well prepared to play. Sometimes the rim's not kind to you, and that happened to be the case in the early going. Even when they made their run, they were able to get it down there to 4, and then couldn't get a free throw to go, and then the next couple of shots couldn't go, and that's the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Yeah, again, I think that start to the second half by KM, really put so much pressure. They used so much, physical and emotional energy to get back in the game down 13-0. They got it within 2, and then obviously a 5-point game at halftime. Again, a little bit of that is that Lily Rangard jumper that went right before the buzzer to stretch it out to a 2-possession game. Again, home run pass here. Again, Kettle Moraine shares the ball.
Braylon Torres.
Siedenberg, Rangard, Torres for the layup. 24-point lead as we get under a minute and a half, but you hit it on the head there. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in, and again, had to be nearly perfect defensively. Again, Kettle Moraine's so talented, getting contributions up and down the lineup tonight. As we've mentioned, 4 double-figure scoring players led with Lily Rangard.
Right-hand drive gets that one to go. Supposed to be a little bit
Timeout to Pere.
too late.
30-second timeout.
And this is, one of the hardest part of the state tournament right here is, again, when timeouts are taken, well, we'd like to recognize the seniors, and obviously a great run for De Pere, to get back to the state championship where they've made appearances before, but not necessarily with this group. So again, the seniors on the De Pere squad, McKenna.
It's going to be McKenna Jaselsic, yeah. Olivia Wall just checking into the game. Oakley Wittick. Lucy Goosey Musin, she's just checking in for the first time tonight. Avery Borowski, and of course, Jordan Melmans. And of course, extra hard for Avery and McKenna, both their dads on the coaching staffs. But they've grown up together. They've all part of the Redbird family, over and back violation.
You got a lot to be celebrated this season for De Pere. Second place finish to, what could end up being the state champion in Division II. Pewaukee will have something to say about that tomorrow, but again, playing so well and improving throughout the season. They'll finish the year at 20-5.
20-5, and you can lose to...
And 24-5 if you put the tournament games in, obviously. So
Lucy Musin dials up a 3. So great for her. Lucy getting in the game, knocked down a 3 as a senior.
Something she'll always remember, hitting that shot on the left center floor.
Just know these kids were so proud to represent their community. Riding over on the bus with them, they were all they were focused, but they were just incredibly excited to represent that De Pere community and everybody that's come before them.
Great ovation for Olivia Wall. The senior had just checked in. She's replaced by Kaylee Anderson, getting her chance to get in the state tournament game. She gets a rebound and gets in the scorebook.
They were calling her KK this week, Coach, and of course they just got beat Germantown in KK. So I thought she must have been KK in practice last, leading in that Germantown game. But
hey, she can say she's the KK continuing to play in the state tournament. So
that's just her nickname, though. So tipped around, under 5 to play. 2-1, and Kettle Moraine Lasers. It's been a while since they've been here, but they are headed to championship Saturday. And here to Pere Redbirds put up a heck of a fight. They climbed themselves back into a game after trailing 13-0. cut it to a two-point game, 3-point game there in the late parts of the first half, but just unable to get past a very good and very deep KM squad.
And again, the big three for KM all stepped up, all in double figures, double-double for Grace Grahowski. Led in scoring by senior Lily Rangard, continues her great play in the postseason. So efficient, 7 for 12, 3 for 3 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for the senior, as well as Braylon Torres, 15 points, got him started. She also had 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Grace Grahowski, as we mentioned, with the double-double. Becca Siedenberg chipped in 11, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And again, the final starter, Isabel Walschlager, 7 points, 3 assists. So again, up and down the line of that starting lineup, really, really solid play by the Lasers.
Yeah, and hats off to KM and Coach Hansen. Looking forward to seeing his squad take on the winner of the next one, which is Brookfield East and Appleton East. But as De Pere walked off there, I just want to say a big special thanks, obviously, to the De Pere community for allowing me to tag around this week, especially Jeff Bizik, of course, head coach Jeremy Boylo for going back and forth with Tex, and also Todd Borowski, but of course the players. It's been fun getting to know you this week, and nothing to hang your hat on out there. You got to practice on the last day of the year yesterday. You got to play a game on the second to last day of the year today, and you did your community proud. Nobody expected you to get this far but those in the locker room, and we are certainly proud of you. And to the seniors, you're always part of the W7 family. Olivia, McKenna, Oakley, Lucy, Avery, and Jordan. As you always say, if there's anything we can do for you, not just today, not just basketball, but anything we can do to help you out, let us know. We'll be right there for you. Well, you've been listening to another W7 Live radio call. It's been fun, Coach Sippis. We'll get back down to the floor and see who's going to take on these Kettle Moraine Lasers tomorrow night for the D1 championship.
Enjoyed it, Connor, and as always, all season long, appreciate your professionalism, and again, why we do it for the girls. So again, a tremendous season. Thank you for all your help training the rookie of the bunch.
All righty, you've been listening to W7.